Hi guys, and welcome to DIY with Nadia. Today I have a few DIYs for you from the Dollar Tree. I love doing DIYs from the Dollar Tree. Now this video is also in collaboration of a challenge. The challenge is called $10 Dollar Tree Challenge. Basically we can do whatever we want but can't go over $10. This challenge is hosted by Domestic Diva DIY. I have been following her channel for quite some time, and I will link her channel down below so you can go ahead and check her out. Also, I will link the playlist to the collaboration so you can go and look at other creators and what they made from the Dollar Tree. With that being said, let's get into this video. Today I will be using a very different medium for my wreath, and it's this diamond braided robe from the Dollar Tree, and I used 3 packs for this full wreath. 1 pack is enough for 2 sections of this 14-inch metal wreath from the Dollar Tree. Because of the way this rope is packaged, it's necessary to stretch it out. So I just grabbed it and just stretched it out from one end to another. Then I grabbed it and folded it in half, found my middle, and started braiding in one of the sections. As you can see, the first loop we made was underneath the last metal row. So then I'm grabbing my rope and then I'm going over and under, and it's hard to see because the rope is so long and I'm just threading and threading through. But basically you are going over and under, and then I went over and under backwards, and once again I'm going over and under backwards, and you're just going like that non-stop, back and forth, over and under, over and under. And in about 3-4 rows you already see a little design forming, and it's so pretty, and I absolutely am in love with this process. And I'm in love that I found this rope that is just such a beautiful bright color and works so much with this seaside theme that I'm going for. Okay, now I'm making my last loop before I go into the next side. And I'm going to make this area as tight as possible, but that line might still show through. So now I'm making the last loop at the top. And then I'm just going over, under, over, under. And look at the beautiful print, or I guess I don't even know what you would call this, but it's like weaving, I guess. So in and out, and it just looks so pretty. And then once again, under, over, under, over, and then we continue going with that. After completing 2 sections, this is what is left over, and I decided to continue weaving because I want as much leftover of that tail as I can possibly get at the end. That way we can pull it over that section right there where it's showing that little metal bar, and we can pull it over that. But for right now, I'm going to continue with the leftover tail. When you're done with your rope, it's time to hot glue the endings. The most important thing here is not to pull your endings towards the inside of the wreath, but more or less towards the direction that you are braiding. Meaning, don't do a 90-degree angle, just pull it, and in the same direction that my rope is going, That's the direction that I'm hot gluing that last ending. Now onto rope number 2. As you can see, I hot glued it right on top of the leftover tail, and I continue braiding where the leftover tail left off its work. Here's the progress with 2 ropes completely braided onto my wreath. After I was all done, I had a tail left over, so I grabbed the tail and folded it into 6 sections. That way we can cover those metal bars all around where the black is peeking through. And there's a total of 6 of these section bars. Now, all I'm doing is I'm grabbing my glue gun, putting my little ropes over them, and just hot gluing in the back. Now it's time to decorate. I grabbed this 3-piece sign at the Dollar Tree, and I decided to use that bottom one that says Seaside because the colors really worked with the rope. Here I'm just making sure that the sign is nice and centered, and then flipping it over and hot gluing it in place. To make the waves, you're going to need 2 different deco mesh rolls from Dollar Tree. One is blue and one is white, and if you have some left over, that's perfect because you do not need much at all. I think you at the most will need about 30 inches of each deco mesh in total. To start off with, I'm grabbing my blue deco mesh, and on top of it, I'm layering my white. Then I'm bringing both together and tying them with a little zip tie. You can also use a pipe cleaner, you can use a little floral wire, whatever you have on hand is fine. I am just more partial to the zip ties. Now I hot glue my zip tie ending to one of the sides, and what I'm doing next is just adding 2 more zip ties to make a total of 3 waves. When I'm done with that, I'm adding a 4th zip tie to the end, and that one is going to act like the first zip tie for my waves that are going to go on the opposite side. After hot gluing both of my deco mesh ends, then I'm going to take my 2 middle zip ties and I'm going to hot glue them to the edge of the wreath. I'm repeating the exact same process on the opposite side. Now I'm grabbing these mini square balls, and there's 6 in a pack, so I'm going to use a total of 4 for this project. And I'm going to take them and hot glue them end to end to make the tower. Now I'm grabbing some jute cord that I had on hand and wrapping it around that middle of the tower until all that plastic that is shown at the bottom of each glass is covered up. And then I'm just hot gluing the ends in place. To decorate the little towers, I decided to get these white little shells. They're also from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just hot gluing the little white shells on each side of the tower. Now I'm just filling each tower with some white sand that I had on hand. And I also grabbed 2 deco mesh pieces and put them underneath the bottom of the towers. I'm sorry I don't have footage of this, but it was just 2 scrap pieces of deco mesh. And the best option for a tea light here would be an LED little tea light, and you are all set. I didn't have one on hand, so I am using a real one, but I do recommend the LED one. I'm starting this project by hot gluing the ends of these mini square bowls together, and then I'm going to grab my chenille wires, and you are going to need a total of 4 for this project. 1 you are going to put on the side, and 3 of them you are going to fold in 3 sections and cut, and you are going to have 9 little pieces. Now we're going to cut some deco mesh with the help of my favorite measuring mat from the Dollar Tree. As you can see, it measures 8 inches plus ½ inch on each side, makes it 9 inches. So I cut my mesh curls about 8 to 9 inches each. You're going to need 2 colors. You're going to need this white one and a light baby blue one. On each chenille wire, we're going to have 3 little curls. We're going to need 13 pieces of one of the colors of deco mesh and 14 pieces of the second color of the deco mesh. And now for my favorite part, the curling. We're going to do the first curl, and I usually keep it in between my fingers just like this. But if you can't do that, you could use maybe a clothespin or a paper clip that pinches, anything you can find that will help you do this. I also do it with the second one. And then after I got my third curl, what I'm going to do is make sure that they are crisscrossed. As you can see, the blue is crisscrossed and the white is in the middle. Now I'm taking my chenille wire and just giving it a really good turn right there. After that, I'm going to put it on that 4th chenille wire that we saved. For each bundle that you are going to be making, you are going to take 2 blue, 1 white. For the next bundle, 2 white, 1 blue. For the next bundle, 2 blue, 2 white, and so forth and so on. Basically taking turns, and that way you're going to have a full bundle and it's going to be nice, even, and absolutely stunning. I guarantee it, you guys. Here I'm just putting the final bundles on my 4th chenille wire, and I kind of tried to spread them nice and even. Then I'm just wrapping it around the middle of my little tower and twisting it in place. And that's it, our tower is done. How gorgeous and simple is this? To decorate, I'm grabbing some of these white rocks, filling the top of the tower with the rocks, and then just adding a little LED light to it. Well, what did you guys think? I had so much fun making these DIYs. And of course, let me know down below which one was your favorite. Thank you so much for watching. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing for more videos like this. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.